how do I even start? How do I even understand day trading? Like, what do I need? Do I need 2 computers? Do I need this? Do I need that? Like, yada, yada, yada. You guys are gonna get this in this video. What's up, guys? My name is Fabricio. I'm also known as Fabrics. You guys probably see me on TikTok or whatever, right? I kind of blew up on TikTok, and that kind of boosted my Instagram, and I guess now I'm trying to boost my YouTube as well. In the education space for trading, I kind of want to start making these like little videos first to kind of like introduce, or just have like a little section of videos that's introducing people who want to trade stock options, right? So you guys are also going to get like a bunch of videos talking about my strategy and talking about the conferences I use. We're going to get into chart analysis and like a lot of other different shit that I basically use to understand the markets, right? I'm going to try uploading a lot of that in August. So if you guys really want to stay tuned for that, then just subscribe and like obviously leave your notifications on. But let's just kind of get into like this boring shit first, right? New people, or all of the people that are like, how do I even start? How do I even understand day trading? Again, this is for the people who are asking those questions like, what do I need? Do I need 2 computers? Do I need this? Do I need that? Like, yada, yada, yada. You guys are gonna get this in this video, right? All right, so now let's get to like the first thing that you need. So the first essential thing that you need is picking your brokerage app, right? So what is a brokerage app and what does it do, right? So a brokerage app is just a fancy word of saying investing app, right? So this is the app that you're gonna use to place your trades, right? And I'm gonna tell you guys what apps to use. I personally use Weeble, but some people like using Robinhood, Thinkorswim, right? So those are like 3 apps that you already have, right? Robinhood is good for beginners, right? Because it's kind of easy to understand. Weeble, again, it's also easy to understand. It's just cooler and blue. And Thinkorswim is also really good as well. It supposedly has faster fills, right? I kind of didn't fuck with like the whole like background of like the dark like aesthetic. I just don't like green. Green kind of looks ass. And I just use Weeble because I like the dark blue. I like the kind of like dark aesthetic, right, of Weeble. And yeah, so again, when you're picking your brokerage accounts, make sure when you're setting them up, you actually choose, well, you have the choice between a cash account or a margin account. Make sure you choose a cash account. And also there's levels to picking when you're trading, right? There's level 1, level 2, and then there's level 3. You guys are going to select level 2, which again, that allows you to buy calls and put options, right? We're trading stock options. Where basically we need to get approved for level 2. So again, Robinhood is the easiest to actually get approved. Weeble and Thinkorswim are the 2 that are like, they're easy to get approved, but Robinhood, you're like for sure gonna get approved, right? So either one of those 3. Another thing to keep in mind is, again, to actually sign up for Weeble, Robinhood, or Thinkorswim, you're gonna have to enter in a lot of personal information. Just think of it as if you're entering a job application, right? A job application, a credit application, or bank application. The job application is literally so simple, and all those applications, again, they're so simple. I get so many questions asking, all right, bro, what do I put for how much I make a month? And I'm like, dog, you just put what you're supposed to, like, bro, what's my social security? Fuck, I know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. That just tells me a lot about the person, and they either never had a job before, never had a credit application filled out, or just in general, they just don't know how to do shit, and they want me to be Big Daddy and then just grab them by the hand and just fill out their little application on Weeble. Any one of those 3 are fine. Just choose one of those brokerage apps, and yeah, that's the first step. And now we're gonna go over the second step, which is to download TradingView, right? So this is the app or website, right? A lot of people use it on their computers. A lot of people use it on their phone, right? Which again, you only really need these 2 apps, right, to actually start day trading. This is to view the charts, and again, this is to place your trades, right? So again, TradingView is just the app that you're going to use to actually watch and analyze the charts, right? So for example, let's say we're here on the app and we're looking at Tesla, right? Here we can see the whole kind of like chart of Tesla, right? From here, this is where we watch Tesla and we watch like the whole movements of the stock, right? We make our analysis, and from there we switch over from Tesla. We go all the way to Weeble, and then we actually place our trades. I'm not logged in on this phone because I used to actually place my trades is the one I'm using to record with right now. You could also use a computer as well. I have that too. Only use TradingView to watch and analyze the charts and use the tools and use replay mode and use all these time frames, right? That's why we use TradingView, just to use all those fundamentals. We don't use this to place trades. What we use to place trades, again, it's Weeble. right? This is where you're gonna be like, okay, I see the market's gonna go like maybe continue higher, maybe it's gonna go lower. This is where you're gonna go onto Weeble and then actually enter in those trades, right? Again, if you were just to do this on your phone, all you have to do is just analyze your charts on TradeView and then just switch it over to Weeble. Let's say you already did your whole analysis on this chart. This is NASDAQ. If you were to actually place your trade on Weeble or any type of brokerage app, you're going to be going on QQQ, right? So let's say prices, obviously this is replay mode, so these candles will be moving every second, right? But let's just say price re-enters into that fair value gap, and now you want to expect a short from down here. Basically coming here, and you want to see this move basically like that, right? But from here, you actually go onto Weeble, you select your options chain right here. Let's select puts, right? And then let's just kind of go $1 or $2 out. Let's just go $1. From there to actually place your trades right here, limit price, you see this has to be matched with the mid price. What the mid price is how much this contract is worth, right? From here, you could select how many contracts. Right here, let's just pretend that's 5. Your total will be $500 around there. And after that, you hit buy and confirm, right? This account is not funded. This is a new account. I tried doing this for another video, but yeah. From there, you're in your trade, and now you're trying to actually wait for market to push down. And from there, where do we target? Areas where we could potentially bounce. And if we fill this, right, then we could target these 2 lows down here. And price eventually ended up taking out that low. And from there, you could have just keep selling your contracts on Weeble just like that. And yeah. And you could use this tool to basically calculate your RR, or your risk to reward, which again is just your long and short position. This is again projection tools, right? These aren't gonna do anything. It's just a visual way of just like looking at your trade kind of go. These aren't gonna get you filled. Again, it's just a visual representation of how you want your trade to go and calculate your risk to reward. Alright guys, so now we're going to be going over step 3, which is getting your education. A lot of you guys don't know what you guys are looking at the charts, and that's just fine. That's just literally beginner shit. You're like obviously not going to read charts off the bat, but that's how you get started. So right here, I actually do have a video or a playlist in my YouTube channel. You guys could go check that out. After that, you guys are going to be introduced to a lot of my other videos where I go over trade recaps, biases, and like all that other shit, right? I also do offer mentorships. Again, you guys the opportunity to work with me one-on-one. Again, some people do want that extra support and want, again, to take their trading to the next level and actually start seeing consistent gains every week. Start seeing those $1,000 weeks, start seeing those 5-figure months. Basically starting to actually take this shit to the next level. And my trading really took off once I started taking mentorships and actually applying the skills that people that are higher than me applied those skills into my trading, and then I just took off from there. You need accurate analysis and the right confluences and the right confirmation to determine where market's gonna go. And those who worked one-on-one with me, their results have obviously shown. Another common question is how much you should start with. And again, when you're first beginning, try paper trading first. Start making money with paper trade, but how much should you actually start with that paper trade, right? So again, if you're gonna start paper trading, start with $500 to $1,000, and then after that, switch over to a live account. Well, I guess just switch over to your same cash account that you opened up. Put in 500 or 1,000, right? Keep within that range, right? And then start aiming for 50 to like $100, $150 a day with those 500 to 1,000 like price range, again within there, so it could be like 850, 700, like whatever, right? Just start with that, right? Yes, you could start with $100, but you're only really like, it's just gonna be $100. There's not gonna be any like discipline, right? It's just gonna be like, I don't give a fuck, right? With 500 to 1,000, you're actually working with real money. Well, $100 is real money, but you're gonna care more because it's like a higher leverage account, right? You're gonna obviously start building good habits. You're gonna understand how to scale your profits, how to actually manage your risk. You're gonna understand what it's actually like being a day trader and holding like a good amount of contracts, selling them one by one, and actually understanding this, the sentimental feeling of being in kind of like in that red area, right? And then kind of just like taking the L, a little like $100 L will not hurt anybody, right? If you're actually starting to hit consistent like $100 gains like every single day, right? So you can hit $300 days and just take $150 loss like in a day, right? understanding that's good risk management, right? You're gonna have to start basically within that area, and for you to actually take this to like the next level, just size up and then start aiming for more, right? So with a 1,500 account, with a 2,000 account, right? So within there, you can start actually making much more, between 200 to 250. After that, you can start to 3,000, and from there you can start making the 300 to 350 a day. Then 4,000, you can start making 400, 450 a day. Start off slow with 500 to 1,000 and work your way up. And the last thing you guys need is, well, it's really optional. No, actually not. You actually can't do this shit alone. It's gonna feel lonely at times, right? So you want to get into a community, right? Get into a day trading community. I have mine linked in the bio, right? I don't want to like say anything too crazy, but as of right now, my community is slowly blowing up. On TikTok, I've been popping up like pretty quickly, and then yeah, a lot of my members are taking their own trades. They're learning how to day trade. They're banking, right? It's good having a lot of people who are in the same circle, who have like the same ambitions as you, understand like a lot of people's viewpoints, get a lot of people's opinions, because again, they're all there for a reason, which is to learn how to day trade. Some are on their way to be profitable, and some people are actually profitable, right? You could take their 2 cents and turn it into something, right? So again, it's all about building connections, building relationships, building a whole, like, to know your area, getting to know your circle, getting to know all these things with your people. And yeah, don't be by yourself, because it does get lonely at times, and you just don't know what to do. You need some sort of motivation, some sort of people pushing you, and yeah. But yeah, that's basically it with how to start day trading. Again, if you guys want to look at everything that I post, right, I am going to be posting and updating more of my conferences, right? And I am posting more of my strategy videos. Again, you should already know what the conferences are. I suggest you learn what the playlist is about, right? Instagram, or like basically get into my social medias. I'll be posting shit on there too, basically information as well. And if you guys want, I do have the Discord. Again, if you guys want to join up, and basically let's just make some fucking bread. I've been in the same situation as y'all. I'm gonna keep it a bug, bro. I don't let the money change me. I never let shit change me. I'm still the same person I've been like a year ago, 2 years ago, fucking forever, bro. Like, it's just a shit ton of money that just comes in now. Yeah, that shit just doesn't change a person, or doesn't change me. But yeah, subscribe and just go crazy now.